What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about how to draw your door lines on your 500-gallon propane tank smoker. So, without further ado, let's talk about some special tools and how to get these lines made. Before I move forward and talk about the cool tools, you need to pick this thing up with your gantry crane or whatever, and before you start drawing lines, this thing needs to be level. So you need to level it out, put shims underneath the feet. You can see I've got some shims over there underneath my legs to level this thing out. It needs to be as best as it can be. I don't know if you could see that right there, but it's pretty decent, pretty leveled. Just make sure you take care of that first before doing any of these lines. All right, y'all, so right here first I pointed to that, but I want to talk about this. This is a Curve-O-Matic wraparound pipe tape measure. It's just flexible. It can draw lines. It has a little tape measure on here. It's very useful. This right here is a center head square, and this is a level, but it's got a groove cut into it with a magnet, so it sticks to the side of this. This is very important because we're going to find out some important lines today to find out the lines for the doors. There are 3 important lines on this tank, maybe 4, being the center line going down the center right here. But number 1 is going to be this top dead center line all the way down the smoker. And how you find that out is by using this guy. There's a center head square. You're going to use your level, your horizontal level being at the bottom, and you're going to adjust this until you get a, keep this as close as you can to the tank, by the way. You're going to adjust this until you get a center point, and you're going to mark an arrow, and do that all the way down the tank. Typically, you don't want these bungs in the way, but after you get your arrows marked, don't do lines. They kind of throw you off. A point is much better to work with. So put a piece of angle iron down, draw your line, there you go, top dead center line. Next most important line using this is going to be your side level for your bottom of your door. Okay? And you're going to use this thing sideways. And all you're going to do, let's see if I can get you guys over here. All you're going to do is go down. Number 1, keep it up. Don't use it down. Keep it up and keep it as close to the tank as possible. And you're going to use this guy until you get to where the horizontal level bubble is right in the center, and you're going to draw a point. Take angle iron, hold it up with some friends or some magnets, draw a line all the way down. That's your bottom of your door line. That's your very first line you're going to get. All right? You're going to get your top door line. Let's talk about that right quick. Now that one's pretty easy as well. Now, there's some rules for the top door line. All right, let's talk about that. The minimum you want to come out to get the top door line is 6 inches. If you come out 3 inches or 4 inches or whatever, it's going to be too much door. It's going to be too heavy. All right, so standard, come down 6 inches. How you do that? Very simple. Same thing. Find a point on this guy. It doesn't have to be at 1. It's a little bit more hard, it's a little bit more complicated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Draw your point, do it all the way over. Take your angle iron, draw one big line. Boom. You have 2 lines, the top of your door, and now you have the bottom of your door. Now, how do we figure out this line right here? All right, your side lines. Now, typically on these side lines for your door, you want to go over 3 inches. Now, where can you go that's reliable for this, all right? Well, how about the center of that weld seam? The center of that weld seam has been reliable for many years on multiple tanks for me. Why not be good enough for you? So you just take and let me pass by right quick, go around. I like to use the center head square measure ruler thing and see. Number 1, I mark with my Sharpie just to kind of get a general idea how wide that is. And then I go in the center and I'm like, okay, half an inch, mark your arrow, draw a line, do whatever you gotta do. And then you go over 3 inches at bare minimum from that spot. 1, 2, 3, mark a point, do it again. 1, 2, 3, mark a point, and you get the drift. Now you do that until you hit your side line and you start at your top line and then you draw your mark. Boom. You have the side of your door figured out, you have the top line of your door figured out, and you have the bottom of your door figured out. Perfect. I don't know if I mentioned the rule about this. The hinges get all weird if it's way up here, it gets in the way, it gets too heavy, it's too much door. There's multiple other reasons, but if you want to try a bigger door, be my guest. Figure it out for yourself. But I'm giving you based on my experiences, my advice based on my experiences. So let's figure out the next important line, which is the end of those doors on the center of this tank. Now this is a little bit more annoying. Let's see if I can zoom you out here. Now you can see I have my tape measure set up. So ideally, you want to figure out the center of this tank because that's a good base, because you want to go out 6 inches, right? You want the center of this to always be 6 inches. That's standard for the industry on this size tank. So if you find the center of this by taking that tape measure and going from weld seam center to weld seam center, figure out how long it is, you can find the center right here. And you can go over 3 inches and you can say, all right, from that weld seam over there, I got 41 inches. And you can take your, is this in view? Yeah. You can take your magnets and go down with your tape measure, and it's holding up the end over there. I don't know if you can see it. You can step down. So you can draw your points all the way down and then do it till you get to your, start at your top line here that you already drew earlier, start at your bottom line here, or you're going to end at your bottom line there, and then you can draw your line. Just like that. Very, very simple. Just as long as you know your center point and you can go over 3 inches, you're like, okay, cool, 41. You draw 41 every single time from your center weld seam. Same thing on this side. Same thing on this door. You need to get that figured out. Or, no, I wouldn't recommend that. I was going to say you could go over 47, but you need to go based off of this weld seam over here. So let me set that up. Okay, so it's upside down, but you can see, let me get you zoomed in there. You can see that I'm pretty much at the center of this weld seam. All right, even though it's upside down, go over 41 inches because I know that's what the door needs to be, right? So you go over 41 inches, you mark your arrow, you bring your magnets down, go over 41 inches, mark your arrow. As long as you have 6 inches in this section right here, you're golden. And let me tell you why. I forgot to tell you why. What if you have a 3-inch face of your thermometer up here and up here, and then you have a inch and a half door strap, right? Inch and a half door strap. You're gonna have 0.75 material over here, and you're gonna have 0.75 material coming on over here. You're gonna have a 3-inch face. You're gonna have enough room for this door to clear up. That, and also the structural integrity. This needs to be 6 inches. It just needs to be. I see so many guys making, one long door out of this. The top starts to droop down and all kinds of stuff it heats up, guys. It heats up. Don't overcomplicate the process. 6 inch in the center minimum. Stay with it. That's how you do that. That is it. That is it for this entire process. You have all your door lines drawn now. Your top, your bottom, your side. You have a 6-inch width center. You've got everything that you need. Now you can start cutting. Guys, I hope this helped. I worked really hard on this video. And let me get set up here. Let me get you backed up. So if y'all need anything, let me know. If anything is confusing, let me know. I'll help you as best as I possibly can. But it's not that hard. It's super simple. As long as you have that center head square, you're golden. Next is going to be the firebox, or maybe I'll have this cut out and we'll work on the grates or whatever. So going to do that video. Maybe we'll figure out order here, whatever I feel like doing, and whatever the order comes, we'll post it up. But anything is confusing, y'all comment down below. Links are in the description for the tools. Take care. Thank you so much for watching my videos. You guys are awesome. And yeah, take care. Peace. See y'all next time.